put the spotlight then on the latest employment outlook report that has been come out by Teamlease to understand a little bit more about the factors impacting employment, where you're seeing new hiring, as well as the emerging hiring and talent trends. Ramani Dathi is the CFO at Teamlease Services and now joins us on the show. Good to have you on. But let's just begin by talking about the employment landscape in the country, how it compares to what we're seeing from last year, for instance, and what are some of the important factors that are impacting employment this year?
Yeah, sure. Right now, except for IT and few startups, so we are seeing positive hiring trends across all industries. The top ones right now being healthcare, pharma, electric vehicles, infrastructure, power, energy, FMCG, educational services. So these are the ones leading. BFSI has been our top driver for the last few quarters, and it would continue to do so. This quarter, there is a little sluggishness on BFSI because of RBI caution on unsecured loans and riskier credits. FMCG is also a little low because of, in fact, this festive season is below our expectation in terms of headcount addition. But Q4 trends are looking very positive with other sectors driving the growth.
Quite interesting that you actually made that point, because often in the studio we have that conversation as to how life comes a full circle, as do jobs perhaps, because traditionally what was old economy and then, gave way for fancied sectors like IT. Now it's all coming back full circle. It's actually old economy, manufacturing, infrastructure. That's where the big boom is happening and IT is taking a backseat. Tell us what your observations are, because you did talk about infrastructure, real estate, manufacturing sectors as well, seeing higher job growth.
No, in our survey, it's very evident that right now the corporates are witnessing a business-friendly environment, and also the policies from the government are quite encouraging, be it PLI schemes or Atmanirbhar Bharat packages, Prime Minister Employment Generation schemes. These are really helping companies to grow and also expand the formal employment. So even the IT segment, right now it is sluggish because of global trends. But otherwise, once the recovery happens, we are expecting good growth in IT profiles as well.
Is there a way we can look at what level the jobs are getting created? I mean, is it 5 to 10 lakh plus? Is it 10 lakh plus? While we can talk about an absolute number, but is there a huge uptick in terms of the absolute wage number, the threshold?
No, that's a very good question because right now we are seeing maximum jobs getting created at entry level, which is typically the sweet spot is around 5 lakh annual CTC kind of jobs. The mid and senior level, the higher salary segment, which is highly influenced by the IT and tech related profiles, there the hiring trends are still very low. We are not seeing many green shoots with Indian IT services hiring. So yes, it's the low end salary bracket where the new employment generation we are seeing.
The maximum jobs are being created. Also wanted to understand what the outlook is then, equipping ourselves for jobs ahead in the coming year. What are some of the specialized skills or what are some of the sectors that are really looking with strong hiring intent that maybe entry level candidates need to be prepped with?
Yes. No, right now, the profiles which are on high demand are blue collar profiles. And in fact, that's where the skill gap is also being kind of pointed out by the company. So we have an apprenticeship program with which we are partnering with corporates and universities where we can get on the job training for the students and as well as connect them to higher degree connectivity. So that will definitely help us in bridging the skill gap. Apart from that, we are seeing good demand for sales and marketing profiles, HR-related profiles, and also IT, because many non-IT companies are setting up large IT offices. And we have seen that number already crossing 7.5 lakh of tech professionals in non-IT companies. So those segments are also growing very well.
Giving way for AI, is that where the technology boom is happening now, and are jobs being created? While that may be the fancied fad, and we know that all industries are moving towards that, but is there job opportunity within AI as well?
Yeah, I mean, it's too early to comment on how AI ML will impact the jobs. It may or may not, because Right now, we are seeing new jobs getting created to support these kind of projects where AI and ML have the companies are taking up projects with those. And in the long run, maybe the entry level jobs might get impacted in IT, the low end jobs. But 4+ year kind of experience profiles, we don't see any risk with the initiatives on AI type of projects.
IT coming back next year, or it will be another dull year, another dull year?
No, we are seeing very positive trends on hiring. So we, at least as far as Teamlease is concerned, or in general, the overall hiring trends are concerned. So next 6 months, our outlook is quite positive, and we are expecting close to 20% headcount growth on our own numbers, and upwards of 20% growth on revenue for next year as well.
Time when attrition was the biggest problem for IT, 2021, 2022. Which are the sectors where the attrition is the real problem? Growth is high and talent is not there, largely because of skilling and other factors.
No, in fact, at entry level, attrition is very high across all industry segments. And IT, surprisingly, even with hiring being low, the attrition levels are still very high. And it has slightly come down compared to last year, but yeah, it's still upwards of 25% for us. And in non-IT entry level, it's upwards of 30% for us, especially in profiles like, sales, marketing, e-commerce. So that's where we are seeing that in coming years, the gig economy will have more jobs, even for IT profiles. So there'll be a gig element coming into IT as well.
Fair enough. Good to have you on board. Thank you so much for putting into perspective those hiring trends and giving us a sense as to what are the important and specialized skills as well that one needs to keep in mind. All right, let's